Hi, I'm Justin LeTellier, Manager of AV Classroom Technology and Print Services here at Bay Path University. Today I'm going to be giving you a brief introduction to our new print system called PaperCut. PaperCut is an exciting new system that has some features that you will hopefully enjoy and find useful. There'll be some changes to how you print, but we're going to walk you through the process so you continue to be as productive as you always have. Today we're going to run through some of the most common features of PaperCut. To begin, PaperCut utilizes your new Bay Path ID card, what we're calling your Wildcat ID, to identify you when you use the printer. This will help you secure your print jobs and configure settings for you when you use the device. The first time you use the printer, you may need to associate your Wildcat ID card with your user account. This is a very simple process and only takes a few seconds. Walk up to your nearest printer and locate the contactless reader located on the top of the device. The printer should wake up as you approach it. Tap your Wildcat ID on the reader. You'll see a screen that tells you that you need to associate your card to your account. On the screen, first tap in the username field and type in your BayPath email address. Then hit OK. Next, tap in the password field. Enter your BayPath password, and then click OK again. Now click the Login button. You should see a screen that tells you that your card has been successfully associated with your account. If not, you may have mistyped and you should try the process again. Now that your Wildcat ID is associated with your BayPath account, you can now simply tap it on the reader to log into the printer. What if you don't have your Wildcat ID on you? Well, you have two additional options for accessing the device. The first is to log in by typing your username and password into the provided fields, and then clicking the Login button. Another way to release your print jobs is with your mobile device. Each PaperCut printer has a unique QR code sticker on it. If you need to release a print job without your ID, simply use the camera on your phone to capture the QR code, click the notification to launch the web browser. You'll then be asked to log in. Once logged in, you will see all your pending print jobs, and you can select and release them without ever touching the device. Now let's go back to the device itself. When you log into the printer with either your Wildcat ID or your username and password, you'll be presented with the PaperCut home screen. From here, you'll have a number of options. If you have any pending print jobs, you'll see a notification at the top of the screen asking if you'd like to release all your jobs. Simply tap the Print All button and your print jobs will print. If you wish to select only certain jobs, you can click the Print Release button. You'll be presented with a list of all your pending jobs. You can click on the arrow to the right of the job to get details about it. You can change the number of copies to release, or change the budget that the job is billed to. Let's click the arrow to go back. To release a print job, tap one or multiple jobs to select them, and then click the Print button. Let's return to the home screen to see what else we can do. If you need to create digital copies of documents or send an e-fax, PaperCut has some built-in tools available for you. From the PaperCut home screen, click the Scan button. You will now have the option to scan to email, scan to Google Drive, or scan to fax. Let's look at the Scan to Email function. This button is meant to allow you to quickly scan to yourself or someone else. There is a more robust Scan to Email function that we will touch on in a later video. When you click on the Scan to Email button, you will be asked to enter the email address of the person you wish to send the scan to. By default, your email address will be listed, but you can tap on the field to change it. You are also able to change the name of the scan file by clicking on the file name box and typing in a custom name. When ready, place your document in the feeder or scanning bed and then click Start. Once the documents have been fed through the machine, you can either add additional pages or click Finish to send. If you want to scan to Google Drive, click the Scan to Google Drive button. To change the file name, click on the text box and enter your desired name. By default, it will scan a single-sided PDF. If you need something else, like if the original is double-sided, click the Change Settings button. From here, you can change the file type or page layout. When the settings are correct, click the back arrow. Then, place the document in the feeder or scanning bed and click Start to scan the document. If this is your first time scanning to Google Drive, you will receive an email in your BayPath inbox asking you to authorize PaperCut to access your Google Drive. Click the link in the email. Enter your BayPath email address and password, and then click the Authorize button. You should see a screen saying that your documents are uploading. In a few seconds, your documents will now be available in a new folder in your Google Drive account called Scans for PaperCut MF. This is a one-time process, and in the future, all your documents will automatically be uploaded to this folder. Unfortunately, at this time, we're not able to select which folder the document will be saved to, but the files can be easily moved from the preset folder once they're uploaded. Now we can look at the last feature, which is Scan to Fax. Sending a fax from any PaperCut device is now very simple. From the Scan menu, click Scan to Fax. You will be asked to enter the fax number. Simply enter the fax number, including the area code, in the provided field. Note you don't need to add 9 or 7 to the number to make sure it sends properly. Confirm the settings on the right-hand side, and then click Start. If you need to make photocopies or use other built-in device functions, you can click the Access Device button. You will be asked to select an account to charge any photocopying that you do. Now click Access Device. From here, you can perform all the traditional photocopying functions. When done, click Log Out in the top right corner. Now let's talk about how we'll send print jobs to these printers. From your office computer, you will want to send your print jobs to the BPU Faculty Staff Printers print queue. It will show up along with any other printers you have installed on your computer. When you click Print, you will see a pop-up window that will ask you to confirm the cost of the document you're printing and which budget you wish to charge it to. If you have more than one budget, select it from the drop-down menu. If you don't see any budgets, contact your manager or administrative assistant to make sure they have assigned you budget access. When ready, click Print. You can now walk up to any PaperCut printer on campus, and your job will be waiting for you. So, if you have a meeting in another building and don't want to carry the paper with you across campus, simply send your print job and then walk up to the printer that's closest to your meeting location, tap your ID, and then release the job. I hope you found this video helpful. In future videos, we'll talk about how you'll be able to send print jobs from your mobile device, perform higher level scanning and photocopying functions, and more. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our help desk technicians by emailing techsupport@baypath.edu or calling extension 1487. Thank you for your time, and happy printing.